walkthrough of Blackboard and the textbook, the things that we'll be doing both on Blackboard and in the textbook. This is another place that you'll be seeing me make videos from. This is one of our classrooms over in the South Campus B building. But yeah, let's hop right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and walk through what you guys should be seeing when you see Blackboard. You're seeing my Blackboard screen right here. I'm in the student preview. So this is what you should see when you go into Blackboard. You have the course entry quiz, which should be the very first thing you do. It will be a 10-question quiz that will give you access to the rest of the content. So I've already taken the course entry quiz, and so it drops you into the course. You should be able to access the Getting Started module. This is where you want to start right here. And you want to work your way through these documents. First, you have Getting Started, a quick introduction. Here's a video that I posted earlier, kind of introducing you to the course, introducing you to me. So watch that video. Here's some information on the discussion board, posting and rules for posting, and some tips for success in this online class. So you first want to read through this material. Then you have our syllabus. I want to take the opportunity to read the syllabus in full. This is really our contract with you. So this is that is not your syllabus. Actually, that is something else. So I'm going to have to get that fixed by the time you watch this video. That you should see your actual syllabus in there and not my script for one of the last videos of it. But that will be the syllabus. I want you to read that in full. You have part 1 of the syllabus, that's all the stuff specific to this class. Part 2 and 3 are the department and division syllabi that have information that apply to all of the arts and sciences. And then you have our book, our textbook right here. This is where we're going to be spending a lot of time in the course, in the textbook. So you want to click there. It should ask you if you, it should automatically sign you in if you have access. If you have any issues with the connectivity of the textbook, please let me know as soon as possible. If you are participating in the Eagle Advantage program, it should be fairly seamless. If you opted out of the Eagle Advantage program and opted into paying for books individually, Eagle Advantage is everyone pays kind of the same amount, and you get access to your books. But if you don't do that, you do have to go purchase a digital access code from the library. But please let me know as soon as possible if you have any issues. But you'll see this right here, the Norton Illum ebook. That's going to be where you're going to be doing your reading. So you have all the chapters of the text. We will not be going straight through the text. The first couple sections will be 1, 2, 3, but then we're going to skip around a little bit in different chapters. So if you go in the text, you will have an introduction. First, we'll start with a video. I encourage you to watch this. This video kind of gives you a sense of what we're going to be talking about in the chapter. It'll list some of the goals, and then you have right here at the bottom, you'll go on to next. And this is where you're going to be reading. This is the beginning of the text. So each week, you're going to hop into the text and read the chapter that we're doing for that week. This week, we're reading chapter 1. And so read about, do we need the government? How does the government impact your life? This is kind of in the daily life of a college student. These are all the ways that the government will impact your life. We'll talk a little bit about the forms of government, different types of government, how we landed on our type, what others are around the world, and the like. At the end of each section within the chapter, you're going to have an interactive activity that is certainly optional, but I would encourage you to use these. This is where you'll solidify some of the information. You'll read something, and then you'll watch or participate, have some hands-on activity that'll help you kind of solidify those key concepts. And then there's some check your understanding. There's going to be 10 questions at the end of each of each chapter, and I encourage you to use those as you're reading. These are not the inquisitives that you're going to do as your weekly assignment, but I encourage you to do all those. So you work through each of these chapters, read through the chapter, through the sections, and go trying to get to the end of one chapter to show you the overview that that you'll have at the end of the chapter. I guess I should probably do it this way by going through the table of contents. Yeah, so let's jump down to key takeaways. This is super useful for you to use. This is at the end of each chapter. I encourage you to use these key takeaways and terms to know to study for our tests, to review for each test. This is good to review at the end of the week after you've done all the reading and lectures and homework assignments. Come back and see what you were supposed to take away. It's got a kind of summary, chapter outlines, and the like. Cool. All right, so that is the textbook. Let's go back to Blackboard. You see the textbook here. This first week, we're going to be doing, or every week, we're going to be doing a discussion. So our weekly routine that you should see in the first introductory video is going to be a discussion board on Wednesday, a inquisitive quiz due on Friday, and then your responses to your classmates' discussion board and a homework assignment due on Sunday. That's going to be our regular routine. For this first week, your class icebreaker, your first discussion board is going to be due on Sunday. So you see that due date of 1/11. Everything's due at midnight. I'll update that. That was obviously the time that I posted it. That needs to be changed to midnight. But you have until midnight on Sunday to make your initial post and go ahead and start interacting with your fellow classmates. Introduce yourself and start interacting with your fellow classmates. And then the three main assignments that we'll have for this first week are getting to know the textbook. So you have your quantitative literacy assignment. These are really tutorials, quantitative literacy tutorial, how to use inquisitive, which we will start next week with chapter 1 inquisitive, and then how to evaluate sources. So these are these first three things. All of these are due, the icebreaker, and these three assignments, which shouldn't take very long, are all due this Sunday. And then we'll hop into our first topic, the founding documents, on Monday and next week. So I look forward to having you guys in class. Again, welcome to class. We're going to learn a lot in this class. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos this semester, and so you'll have introductory videos on Mondays, overview videos on Fridays, and there'll be some other explainers in there as well. Again, remember my office hours are 10 to 11, Monday through Thursday. You can always come down to South Campus if you'd like to come and see me in person, or hit me up on Teams, or of course, send me a message through either Blackboard, Teams, or Outlook through email, letting me know what you need, when you want to meet, and how I can help you be successful in this course. Look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks, folks.